mate.
Great to see you.
Good to see you, buddy. You all right?
Yeah, no, I'm fine, mate.
Don't wink at anyone. We're live on the ABC at the moment without going there. I'm a supporter of Are You OK Day, mental health among men particularly who are not forthcoming. I'm going to say to you, are you OK?
Well, yes, I am, Ray, and thank you for your concern. But look, I always knew that politics was a pretty brutal business. It's a game of snakes and ladders, and yes, I've hit a snake.
How's your wife coping?
Margie has been an adornment to public life.
She is a fantastic woman. Let me go on record as saying that. I think
True.
she's just one of the best first ladies we've ever had.
She did everything that was asked of her with grace and dignity.
Do you look upon your leader, your deputy leader Julie Bishop and Scott Morrison, as two people you could and thought you relied upon who you couldn't rely upon last week?
Well, you've got to rely on the people who are close to you. You just have to.
Did they let you down?
Well, look, all I can say of both Julie and of Scott, they were extremely effective ministers in my government, very effective ministers in my government, and I'd expect them to continue to be very effective ministers in the new government. Certainly there was a conversation, as I understand it, between Scott and Peter Credlin. He's obviously put one construction on the conversation. My office put a different construction on the conversation.
Sure.
It's probably a bit counterproductive to revisit all of this now. The last thing I want, Ray, to come out of this interview is a headline, Abbott slams Morrison.
Do you accept now, had you dumped Joe Hockey and perhaps farewell Peter Credlin any time in the last couple of months, and given Scott Morrison the job that he now has, you would have remained as Prime Minister?
No, look, this is a real myth. The idea that people who are hungry for advancement would somehow be mollified if Joe went or if my Chief of Staff went is just nonsense. When someone is absolutely focused on a particular objective, they're not going to be put off if they're thrown a few human sacrifices, as it were. The interesting thing is that no policy has changed since the change of Prime Minister.
No,
border protection policy the same.
Same-sex marriage the same. We're going to go to a plebiscite.
Climate change policy the same. Border protection policy the same. National security policy the same. And if you listen to the Prime Minister and the Treasurer, they're even using exactly the same phrases that Joe Hockey and I were using just a fortnight ago.
Slogans, you mean?
Well, no, I think they're resonant phrases. We do have a spending problem rather than a revenue problem.
Yes.
My hope is that what happened a fortnight ago finishes all of this stuff, that we get right away from this concept of changing the leader like you might change your clothes to suit the fashion, because our country is better than that. Our country deserves better than this, and one of the many reasons why I think it's important that the new government be returned at the next election is because we've had 5 Prime Ministers in 5 years. That's bad. I'm too young to retire. I've still got something to contribute to public life. There's not going to be a by-election in Warringah anytime soon, but I'm not going to make any final decisions this side of Christmas.
Mr. Abbott has spoken on air for the first time since being removed from the top job.